Hey, this is Miss D, Six Woman Sports, and welcome to the late night edition of sports. I want to touch on a few things. Right now, I want to touch on Jamison Williams from the Detroit Lions. We just found out there was an arrest that was made a few weeks ago. We just not found it out. He's suspended from the Lions for two games, and all of a sudden, there's more things coming out about some arrests he had with a gun and the Detroit police say they're investigating. And let me pull this up here. And it says, so Jamison Williams Jamison Williams avoided arrest after a gun was found. DPD is investigating. It says police investigating Jamison Williams. Let me try to pull this article up. Click on here. I'm sorry about that. So, according to the Detroit Free Press, police are investigating why the Detroit Lions wide receiver Jamison Williams was never arrested after he was found with a concealed weapon during a traffic stop, according to a report by WXYZ, a TV station in Detroit here. The traffic stop reportedly took place after midnight on October 8th, only 2 weeks before his two-game suspension for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing substances. The officer stopped a car driven by Williams' brother. He was speeding near Connor and Jefferson Avenue in Detroit. Police told Channel 7 during the encounter his brother informed the police that two guns were in the vehicle. One was registered to him, and the other one was in the back seat, while the other was registered Jamo, who was found under the Jamo seat, football player seat. I'm sorry about that. And the brother had the CPL and he was registered, but Williams did not have that. Was told by the police that he was going to be taken to custody and carrying a concealed weapon. Body cam footage showed Williams repeatedly identify himself. I play for the Detroit Lions, bro. But the officer maintained that Williams' status was not affected this decision. After being handcuffed and placed in a patrol car, a supervisor was called to the scene. A sergeant arrived and he quickly recognized Williams and then made some phone calls to higher ranking officials. At first, it looked like Williams was going to be taken to jail. After further decision, the sergeant was um, evidently directed to release him from custody. And it says, "You, a explicit hero. Thanks so much." The sergeant can be heard saying while on the phone in footage obtained by Channel 7. Williams was freed. His guns was turned. The police report was not written. Now, in light of this incident, Detroit Police Department submit a warrant request to Wayne County prosecution officers, who now face charges of carrying concealed weapons in a motor vehicle. Who could now face a charge of that. So, Jamison Williams was involved in a traffic stop. Um, he was involved in a traffic stop, and his brother had a license to carry and a CPL. Williams didn't have one. It was registered, but it wasn't. He didn't have a CPL, so they pulled some strings for him. But that was not something that should have happened. Now, if he didn't play for the Lions, the procedure would have went. He would have went to jail, taken into custody, and charged with obtaining a concealed weapon without a license. He had a register, but he didn't have a license. So, I understand how you have a registered gun, but you didn't. You failed to have a license for it, knowing that anything could happen. You get stopped, and now that you could be charged with anything just because you play for the Lions. He told the cops, "I play for the Lions," and the cop was like, "Yeah." The cop wanted to do his job. Okay, you play for the Lions, but you had a concealed weapon under your seat. You make enough money to have security. That's you should have. And then another thing, they always say things happen. This happened after midnight. Good things do not happen after midnight. So why would you? I don't get it. Why would you be out that night with a gun, no security, and you could possibly your brother was speeding. You didn't think about the weapons you had in the car that wasn't registered. Now his was registered, but yours wasn't. And I don't think they was going to take his brother in jail because he had all the proper paperwork, but you didn't have anything, so they was going to take you to jail. So, but we just not find this out now. This happened October 8th. This is um October 30th. So you better get yourself together, register that gun, learn the law. So you do not want to be like Plastico Burris, who didn't have a license for the gun. He shot himself in the club. He had 2 years. They gave him 2 years in one of the toughest prisons in New York State. So you do not want to be caught without the proper license to carry these guns. And get some security. You're gonna be out this late. Get security. You don't need to be out here with no guns playing Wild Wild West. Okay, just get security. Jameson Williams. Whew. So he be back. We'll see how this situation goes. It's not necessarily over. It's gonna be an investigation. They're trying to figure out why he had this gun, and um, not only did you let him go, um, you gave him his gun back. You had to confiscate the gun. At least you could have did that. It was not registered. You should say, "Hey, I'm taking this gun. Register this gun. Do the right thing." So we'll see how this go. I hope you get yourself together. You do not want to play yourself out the league, doing some dumb stuff. Uh, that can be real quick for you. Another thing I want to touch on that was kind of funny to me. Um, was Dwayne Wade. Oh, let's see. Now, Dwayne Wade recently had his recently had a statue, and the statue looked nothing like Dwayne Wade. It's real weird here. Trying to see here, trying to get a picture of this. Let me see. Ooh, let's see. Trying to find this picture. Let me see. This is on X. I don't know exactly what picture they took this from. Um, this is I, I don't know who this looks like, and this is just one weird statue. He's hollering, but it looked kind of like Antoine, his old teammate. Used to play for him for the Miami Heat. Antoine Walker. He was an All Star with the Boston Celtics. But I don't know what this is. And this is a hot mess. A hot mess. So that's the Dwayne Wade statue. I was trying to see what he said on the statue. Yeah, that was the statue. I don't know what that was. And I wonder do they I mean, I know these statues take a long time and it is hard work. You would think they would consult with the players as far as I know the NFL they do kind of like a I guess they go over with the players and they do a decent job. I know it's hard to exactly get the exact look, but that don't look nothing like him. Nothing like him. And you didn't sit down with him and say, look at his bone structure, anything. You just saw a video instead of looking at him in person. You couldn't have had a consultant. You couldn't have consulted with him in person with this. That's just not. I don't understand it. I don't understand this. Let me try to find a story. No, the Wayne was gracious. Gracious. It says, Dwayne Wade's new statue celebrates a moment where he won. Oh, okay, he won a game with his offense. Okay, Dwayne displayed the look of the statue in the process created Monday. The statue with a face that, put it mildly, isn't perfect depiction of Wade, and was immediately a talking point trending globally on social media. This went globally. They said it was the moment at the end of the game in March 2019, when he made a shot to win at the buzzer, double overtime, okay, hopped up on a courtside table and yelled, "This is my house." The position of the hands in the statue are reminiscent of that. Okay, they got everything else right, but the statue is horrible. I care, but I don't, says Wade. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone use your opinions. Please talk more about us. Talk more about the statue. Come on down to see it. So he cared, but he don't care. But if you're gonna get it right, like I said, you have to consult with the player. Um, Look at more of his face structure. I don't know who. I don't know. It was so bad that around the world they was talking about it. Now that's bad. Excuse me. So you want the statue? It's gonna be there for life. You want the statue to reflect you. Um, you want the statue to look similar. It's not gonna look exactly, but so he didn't have a problem with it. Well, publicly, I'm sure he looking like, what the heck is this? And even some of the people that came was like, it's like a gasp. They couldn't believe it. And they got the nerve to like, was like a unveiling. It came out. It's like a box, and it came out, and smoke came, and I'm like, and they really thought they was doing something, and it was just horrible, horrible. So yeah, another story I want to talk about. So let me see. As we know, last Sunday wrapped up the Sunday before last wrapped up the WNBA season, and we had like seven coaches. Seven coaches was fired. Um, Let me see. Hold on one sec. So you have 7 coaches fired. The one that people really are looking towards as Christy Sides of the Indiana Fever, who was fired um, after leading her team to the playoffs. You have Caitlin Clark, so that causes a lot of interest in who's going to coach this team. And I want to let me see. I hope this you can see this. Um, so so it says so Christy Sides was fired after. Oh, okay, she only had 2 seasons, so she coached for 2 seasons. She was hired last season, of course, and she coached Leah Boston, who's the rookie of the year last year. So she coached two rookies of the year. She's a pretty decent coach, but um, it says yet another NBA team announced a coaching change. The Indiana Fever said they parted ways, fired. The Fever, who led by Caitlin Clark, was coming off their first playoff berth since 2019. So Indiana started the season 1-8. After the break, it came on. Um, it came on strong. They got swept, but they made the playoffs. A young team, but still a young team. You live Boston. Was on her second year, and so they started off 1-8, and Clark played a lot better. She was kind of getting adjusted to the physicality of the league. You had Kelsey Mitchell, Erica Ruler. They was playing their butt off. Of course, Lexi Hall was playing her butt off. So you had the veterans coming in doing their job after the All-Star break, and then you had Clark, and so they decided to part ways after 2 years. I don't know why. After 2 years, you make the playoffs, and something's going on. I don't know what it is. Um, they might want to bring in something. Might want to bring in a coach that maybe Caitlin wanted. It seemed like they gearing everything towards Caitlin Clark, so they decided to get rid of the coach after 2 years. And so Christy Sides tweeted a few days ago, "Leave it better than you found it," and she did. She left it better than she found it. She's not a bad coach, but they's going in the direction of it's weird. They fire the coach after 2 seasons. So we'll see. You got other teams that's looking for coaches, and you have other teams that's looking for coaches. You have the Atlanta Dream. You have the Washington Mystics. Oh no, not Washington Mystics. I'm sorry, they gave her their GM. No, they didn't give her their coach. I'm sorry, and GM. You have 7 out of the 12 teams that's looking for a coach. I don't know where they're gonna find these coaches because I have some ideas of what certain teams should do. I think they should. The LA Sparks should, who's a team that is looking for a coach, should go after Lisa Leslie. But where you gonna get these coaches from? You got seven. Where you gonna get these coaches from? Um, you could go younger with the some young um, assistant coaches in college. I know that you have to pay more. You're not going to get a veteran for what you're paying. I know they said that Becky Hammond is making at least $1 million. So some people probably not gonna walk through the door without $1 million. So 17 is looking for coaches. You have two teams that I know is looking for GMs, and that's the Washington Mystics, who got rid of the father and son. Um, you had the Aces, who's shocking. They got rid of Natalie Williams. She won 2 championships. So it's a wholesale going on. Um, Let me see. Let's see something about WNBA free agency. So let's get to some WNBA news. Let me see the outlook. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm having a hard time here. Okay. So I want to get into this story. Um, so yeah, the NBA, WNBA has a promising year. Um, the players opt out of the current collective bargaining agreement, so they're looking for more money. Um, $200 million per year is expected in 2026. So they're looking for a bigger revenue. They making all this money. They say they lost, but you have other things that happen as far as um, money. With Clayton Clark and Andrew Reese coming into the league, so they made some money. You can I don't know how they do it overseas, but they making more money. So I don't understand how they can how why can't there be better salaries? I don't understand that in the WNBA, but that's just me. Let me close this out. So yeah, it's looking bright. It's looking bright. But we'll see about this collective bargaining agreement. I don't think it's gonna go on too long. I want to see them get their money. Um, I want to see how the free agents gonna what's the free agency situation gonna be like. Um, you know, what it's gonna be like. And I want to kind of talk about this. It's kind of interesting. Um, Raven Johnson. Now, people say that Raven Johnson is not a first rounder. People saying all type of things about Raven Johnson. But let me say this: you have the talent that South Carolina had the last 4 or 5 years since she's been there. It's kind of hard to kind of shine through because when a team was loaded, you have to play a certain position. You have to play a certain way. You can't just ball hog. You have other players that can do other things, and she's not asked to be a person who's going to put up 18 to 25 points. That's not her job. She can. She can shoot. She plays good defense. She get everybody involved. And I think past Paige Beckers, what they saw, what they said that they wanted from guards, she is the best guard available beside under Paige Beckers. So whoever got that second or third pick to me, she's a second or third pick to me. You know, I don't see her getting passed. If somebody pass up on her, that's sure your loss. She plays great defense. She's a winner. She played bigger than what she is. She's 5'9", but she has a 6'2" wingspan. You see what she did to Kayla Clark. So she can play defense, and she can pass it. She makes the right decisions. She can run the floor. She can run offense. Um, there's rumors that she, if possible, she might go to the sky. That'd be good if she. But I don't see, to me, her getting down that far to the sky. She go to the sky is a good thing because she played with Camila Cardoza, and she knows how to get it to the bigger players. And she also has a friendship with Camila and Angel, so I think that'd be good. And I'm sure her shooting will get better, but that's not her job. And it's not gonna look like how all other players, because the players that was ahead of her are asked to shoot about 15, 16 times a game. You know, you don't have to do that when you have other players who's just as capable of you going to the pros. I mean, so Raymond Johnson is a first round pick. There's no doubt about it. Raymond Johnson is a first round pick, and so I want to say something right quick. Oh, not that statue again. Not the statue. Uh, I can't get it. Let's see. I want to say something right quick. Okay. I wanted to, this story tickled me. Um, oh, I know it was a few days ago, but it tickled me. So let me come back in here. Oh, hold on. Now, we all know the Liberty won. The Liberty won the game. The WNBA Finals for 2024, excuse me. Well, and something interesting happened. Uh, the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, she just so happened when giving the trophy to the New York Liberty, she had a dress with the New York skyline on it, and I'm trying to find a picture of this. This is I thought it was pretty cool. Let me see if this is it. That's not it. So let me see. So this is Kathy. I think this is it. Now, why does she have on a dang on New York dress? I'm trying to find Sydney Colson of the Las Vegas Aces dress. Now she bought the same dress. I guess it was at Macy's, and she bought the same dress. I'm trying to find this dress. It was so funny. And I know the headquarters of the NBA and the WNBA is New York, but that was kind of tacky. And I'm trying to find. Let me try to go back here. Just thought that was real tacky. Well, let me find. I can't find this dress of her. That was so. It just tickled me. For some reason, I cannot find it. Oh well. This is an interesting story. Now it says potential coaches after they fired Christy Sides. Now, of course, Stephanie White, she just left the Connecticut Sun, and she has some personal issues. Excuse me. And so she's in the front running. She played with the Fever, and she was a assistant when the Fever won in 2012. That's when the Fever, was consistent winners in the East. And so she might be coming back for the as the head coach to coach CC. And they said Karima Christmas Kelly. That's another one. She was also assistant for the Fever. Cheryl Miller. Cheryl was a coach in the late 90s, early 2000s with the Phoenix Mercury. took them to the um, championship game where, of course, they lost to the Comets. Nobody could beat the Comets. That's interesting. Very interesting. Excuse me. Wow. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. And let's see. It says the Lynx offseason outlook. How can Minnesota get over the hump? Well, one way they can do it. I noticed. Um, yeah, the refs, jabbed them. Thanks to the commissioner. That was horrible. But one thing that did stop them, um, the delivery was big. You had John Quell Jones, you had Sabally, you had Beebich, you had Laney Hamilton, and it was very tall. And you had the Lynx was small. They played their hearts out. I was very shocked that by them being that size they could do that. But um, one of the things they can do is get bigger. That's obviously the Nafisa Collar is the only one they really have inside, and so they can get bigger. I don't know who's a free agent, with the collective bargaining agreement. I don't think nobody, excuse me, wanted to sign for a long term deal. You're gonna be looking for a lot of 1 year deals because people want their money, and then you got this new class coming in. So who knows the shakeup? You're gonna have two new teams. What's the shakeup here? Okay, they said lack of size, and they have some key free agents. Natasha Heiderman, that they might lose. Cecilia, um, but who can they get? Hines Allen was another piece. She arrived at the deadline for the Mystics. Um, they didn't play a lot of their rookies, so I don't know who can they get. Who can they get to play? As far as the size concerned, you gonna have other teams that have needs as well, and so yeah. Well, let's see with the WNBA. I want to get to this story. So the Seahawks is looking to will and deal, I guess. That says that the trade line draws near, the receiver position remains one to watch. A list of potential targets at the spot appears to be DK Metcalf. Hmm. Wonder. So he has a 3 year, $72 million extension. Just over $18 million guaranteed. So his contract was restructured and to carry a cap hit of $32 million. Ooh, for any team. They have Lockett. He's 32 years old. Metcalf is 26. Jackson Smith Jigba. He's a player from last year draft. So they might will and deal him. But what team want to pick up that salary? That cap hit is like, ugh. That cap hit is like, that's not good. That is not good. So I cannot wait to see uh, what's going to happen. Is what kind of coaches they're going to have before the collective bargaining agreement for the WNBA is going to happen. Um, Let me get out this here. Yeah, what kind of moves these teams going to make? Like I said, 7 out of the 12 teams has coaching vacancies. I can't say the word. So, I suggest they say at Lisa Leslie Oh, I said Lisa Leslie. You know, you got Cheryl Miller. Uh, um, you have who else? You got Kurt Miller. He might be recycled somewhere. Um, Stephanie White. Um, so I don't know how this gonna happen. Are they gonna have recycle? I know maybe Stephanie might White might have a job out of all those players, all those people I mentioned. If you get Lisa Leslie, you're gonna have to pay her. But I think she'd be a good fit with the Sparks. I don't think Candace Parker will want to do that. I was thinking about Candace Parker, but she's running um, Adidas, and I'm sure her schedule that's to her liking. That's to her family. She can take time for her family. Um, but yeah, we'll see how this is gonna go. And I just want to get on here and just talk about my, some of the things that was going on, things going with my alliance. Hope this won't affect them. We definitely need a speedster like JMO on our team. We need him to stay out of trouble on or off the field. Um, and just don't let just stay out of trouble. Don't let the petty things get you caught up and lose your career. And it just before it gets started. Uh, so that's all I had to talk about tonight. This morning. I had fun. This is Miss D for Six Women Sports, and I'm out. Peace.